SGG game, baby. What's good with y'all, baby? We are back with yet another Reds rebuild, man. And yes, I got my mic fixed a little bit here today, man. I'm trying out a new setup to see if we can get some better high quality sound. And today we want to jump into more of the opening season. As you can see, it didn't start out too well against San Francisco. Lost the first two games and was able to bounce back with the victory in game 3, 5-4. And today we're going to try to get through a couple more weeks. So first, we're going to start off with the Padres series, man. It's a nice 3-game series here. Getting into box score number 1. We ended up taking the loss for, loss number 4 on the season, or loss number 3 on the season here. As you know, just not much offense is coming in. We're getting a lot of hits, just not a whole lot of runs are coming off of this. I don't know if maybe I need to change how the lineup is going. As you can see here, we got 10 hits as a team. That only accounted for 3 runs. And then Hernandez, 3 earned runs, not too bad as a starter. Gutierrez, 2 earned out of the bullpen in 3 innings. 5 runs is not what you want to see given up, especially in back-to-back weeks here. This time we got 4 runs, but still was not enough for us to pull out a victory here. Home runs by Stevenson and Senzel this time, but we're just not seeing a whole lot of production, especially from the bottom of that order. Senzel, Solano, Aquino, they're not hitting very good. And then Nick Lodado here today, 5 innings, 4 earned runs is not good from a starter. Bullpen did a lot better, but we're already starting this series down 0-2 against the Padres. We're going to go and get to a player lock game because Doug Granger, the rookie that we just drafted, MLB ready out of the first round, has been playing lights out to start the season off, hitting 500 through that first, series in 2/3, I guess you could say. I wanted to get a player lock game with him, so we went with the left-handed starter Blake Schnell. Start here today, and already in the bottom of the second, down 3-0 with 2 outs. But one thing that I do like about Doug Granger is, A, he's a pretty patient hitter. B, he knows how to make good, solid contact. A lot of times when he's getting hits, even if he's getting outs, they're solid hits, they're solid contacts. His plate vision is up there. His contact and power are both basically mid-60s. As you can see here, fastball from the zone, good timing. It's an out, but it's a deep fly ball to center field where he probably just barely got underneath it. So there's still a lot of pop and power to his bat. Now we see here in bat number 2, we're already down 9-0, so this game is long gone. We got swept by the Padres, but 3-0 count here. Watches the 4-seamer up. Just like I said, patience. He's got a lot of patience in his game. He's got a little bit of speed on him. Everything on him is about average to above average. 60 speed, 60 contact, 60 power, 50 plate vision. Out in the field, he's about 60, 70s. There's not too many things that he doesn't do, at least at an average MLB ready player should be able to do. Now gets all the way over to third base here with 2 outs, but it'll be a weak fly ball out to right field, and we will get out of that with no runs still. Now, bottom of the 7th, down 11-0. This game looks like it's all for nothing. Blake Schnell is still in the game, though. 2 outs. The first pitch, Doug will see. 4-seamer right down the middle. That is deep, going way back towards right field. Is that one leaving? It is. Home run, Cincinnati, and that is Doug Granger. His first, I think, of the season. First or second home run of the season. That is his second, going out to center field, 418 feet. Like I said, this kid has crazy pop. For something that's only in the mid to low 60s, he knows what to do. He knows how to drive pitches that are left too far over the zone. And this kid is going to be, I feel, very dangerous. A B potential player. I think his potential was at like 88, 87, somewhere along those lines. So I think he has a chance to be a starter in the outfield. And only time will tell from that. Now, his home run was the only run that we got in that game. We lost this one 12-1. But I got to say, I'm very impressed by what he's been able to do this season in today's game. A 1-for-3 day, home run and a walk. I got to say, I'm proud of what this kid could become in the short term and long term. I think he's going to be a long-term piece. And that's all this rebuild is all about, finding those pieces that's going to be long-term to helping us flip this thing around. Castillo, very short outing, 2 1/3, 6 earned runs given up. Gutierrez, 3, Lugo, 2, and Warren gave up 1 as well. So that is terrible pitching. That whole series, I got to chalk that up to pitching. Although we could have scored a little bit more runs, we shouldn't be giving up more than 3 is my quota. Now, we got a series against St. Louis here. They're 4-1, first place in the division. And I want to take a pit stop here at this series to really focus in on the division rivals because they're number 1. Last year, they went to the postseason. If we're going to want to get a Super Bowl ring, let alone win the division, it's going to have to go through St. Louis. So, game number 1 here. We've got a little critical situation here as Lucas Sims is trying to close this one down. 2-0 count quickly here to Paul Goldschmidt. He flies this one out in foul territory. The 2-1 count coming in, and it's a little tapper up the middle. India not able to reach it. Amora Jr. coming in to fill in for a little tired Nixon Zell. Throws it back in, and we've got a 2-1 count here. 1 out to Nolan Arenado with the runner at first base. That is the winning run over there. A double play could send us into extras and go ahead and put it on that extra inning rule. Maybe we can get some runs in with that slider. It just doesn't seem like Lucas Sims has his stuff here today. Got behind 1 count, walked another one, and then a wild pitch on this one, and the runners both move up. That is not what you want to see. So now we've got 1-2. Tyler O'Neill swings and misses at the slider. It is still nasty even if it don't have great control. 2 outs. Runners at second and third. We're 1 out away from being able to take this into extras. The 1-0 pitch. It is a tipper. Aguilar tries to get it. He doesn't get to it. India picks it up, races to the bag, and doesn't pick it up. That, to me, is a bonehead mistake of a play. Aguilar tried to come in on the bunt. Could not get to it. I mean, we just look at this back. It's a bunt. Clearly going straight to India. Aguilar's first steps immediately come in towards the ball. He's not able to make a play on it. Not even close. Like, reaches out his glove. Not even close. When he could have possibly been covering the bag for India, who scoops this. And look, all day to throw that over. We could have went to extra innings. Instead, we have a foot race to the bag that was completely unnecessary. So with that being said, we're on a 4-game losing streak now, trying to take one back against the Cardinals. And we'll get into a full game here today. Yes, full game mid-video against St. Louis, man. We are trying to bounce back, right? You know, we don't want to get swept again, definitely. We would want to win this series if at all possible. But to do that, we're going to go through Aaron Nola. In his first start, he went 8 innings, only gave up 1 earned run, 5 hits, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts. And let me just tell you, those 10 strikeouts were no joke. This man's stuff was untouchable today. It seemed like he could do no wrong. Now we'll start off with Jonathan India, though, fouling off the first pitch that he sees, fouls off the second 4-seamer that he sees. He's got an 0-2 count. Been a great leadoff hitter so far in the series, and we can use another leadoff hit here to start off the video. Batting .269 on the season. Takes the curveball up in the zone, out to the wall, going back up against it. He'll get it in quickly, but the speed of India will get him into second base. A leadoff double, which is exactly what this team needs. Early runs could maybe feed into the momentum that this team has been lacking. Tyler Stevenson, been struggling to start the season off. A little blooper over the second is taken care of. That's the first out of the inning. Cesar Hernandez swinging and missing. That circle change was giving the team the most problems. It just seemed like it was unhittable, honestly, all day. He gets a 4-seamer there. India trying to tag up and decides a little bit against it, retreats back. Not enough time to get over there. Smartly going back. Mike Moustakas is coming up next. And he'll just take that 4-seamer deep out to right field. Didn't even look like he had to move too much for that one. And we'll go ahead and take things into the bottom of the first, where we will have one of our best starting pitchers, Luis Severino. His only start 7 innings. He gave up 1 earned run as well. 9 strikeouts, no walks, 5 hits. So pretty much, I mean, almost matched him exact start for exact start, in my opinion. I think he's just as good, if not better, honestly, because he's on my team. A little personal bias there, but we'll see if he's able to go ahead and match out these innings then. Aaron Nola went 3 up, 3 down. Can we do the same? Or 1 count here at Eduardo. Looking at the circle change low, trying to get his circle change to work. Coming back up top. Fouled off on the 4-seam. Chopper over to India. This will be a little easy ground out over to first base. He's got him. So when it comes to this team, early on it's looking like pitching is the problem, right? You know, we've given up 5 earned runs. We gave up 10. And then the last game, we probably should have won. Just a little base running errors there by the defense to allow that victory to happen. So we've got to clear some things up from that front and get some more power from our bats. They're not hitting the ball very well. You see we moved Joey Gallo down in the lineup. He's only batting 185 this year. This is not what I expected to have him do. He was supposed to be my 3-hitter and come in clutch for me, but he has not been able to do that yet this season. Swinging and fouling off the circle change here. 1-2 count. Can he pull out a hit for us with 1 out? There he is, four-seamer lined out deep into the outfield. Center fielder going back, and he will get underneath it for out number 2. Here goes star-studded rookie Doug, and he swings and misses at the change in the dirt. They'll throw over to first, and that'll be 2 innings of 3 up, 3 down. But anything you can do, we can definitely do better. That's a strikeout for Severino for out number 1. Here comes 0-2 to Tyler O'Neill. Watches the circle change, come right over, froze him for out number 2, man. And then coming up next, first pitch, Harrison will see. Jammed him inside. Nick Senzel will come underneath it. 3 up, 3 down, matching each other inning for inning. So far, it looks like it's going to be a pitcher's duel. That's exactly what we want to see here. Now we come to the top of third, 2 outs because bang! Oh my goodness, throw goes over to first base. He's got the out, but the pitcher just took one to the face. Like, are we sure he's okay right now? Oh my goodness, he is laid out. Oh no, no one is gonna help my boy get up. Oh man, no. Aaron Nola died on the field. I had a death in the video. I can't believe that. We'll check on him in a second. We got to see if we got some more heroics maybe on our side. Let's hope that doesn't happen to Luis Severino, because anything he's done better. I don't want you to take a fastball to the face even better than that. So runner at first base, no outs, swings and misses at the cutter inside on his hands, and that'll be out number 1. Gavin coming up next. He'll take the pitch that he sees over to Moustakas, going over to second base, to first, double play, and he gets out of it. So no, hard hit balls back to his face. He's able to stay up, stay on his feet, and get the outs. Aaron Nola staying in the game, so I guess no bruised eye, no cut on the eye or anything like that. He will stay in the game and stay strong. And let's see how he is able to bounce back. 1-2, swing and miss. Tyler Stevenson, he says, all right, since y'all want to hit me in the face, y'all ain't going to touch nothing else. That way I make sure I stay safe. 2-2 to Cesar Hernandez. Liner up there's off the foot. He's got to go back and get it. Can he recover in time? Throw over to first base. Not in time. Hernandez is over there. And now we've got a face injury, a foot injury. I don't know if Aaron Nola is going to make it through this start. One more ball and he might be out. This is a grounder over there. And it is pulled off the bag. You got to get that at E6 in my opinion. That pulled the first baseman off the bag there. So the inning will continue. 2 outs. Aguilar up. And he lines this one deep out into the gap. He will be able to get it and recover, throw into the field really quickly over to third, not in time. Now we've got runners at the corners. 2 outs. What are we going to do with it? Can we finally get some runs? It's up to Joey Gallo. Can he turn the season around? Oh, that's been the major problem. He's been getting pitches to hit, and he'll swing through them and then doesn't get the call there. Remember that now. That four-seamer was called on the outside, or his inside corner. Did not get the call on that one, so we'll remember that, and we better get the same kind of luck. Liner back up the middle. And here in the bottom of the 4th, we got another runner on base for Luis. Eduardo coming up, no outs. And we look to try to, once again, get out of this, not jam, but we don't want to give up the first runs here and really lose that momentum here to St. Louis. Gets him to look at the four-seamer for only putting one over the plate. 3-1 count here to Eduardo. What? He does not get the four-seamer on the outside edge that we just saw got called as a strike. Let's hope that doesn't come back to haunt him. This could be bases loaded, throw over to Severino, and they get him at first base. So now it'll be 1 out, runners at second and third. This is not looking too good. 1-1 count to Nolan as he flies that four-seamer off. 1-2. Watches the slider come in on the hands, and he strikes out. That'll be out number 2. Now you got Tyler O'Neill, 1-2 count. Slider coming in. That is a line drive deep out to left field. Joey Gallo going back to the wall. Jumping. It is not in time. He jumped a little bit late. I don't know if he would have reached him if he jumped in time. Tyler O'Neill's first home run of the season, and the St. Louis Cardinals take a 3-0 lead. If you ask me, I don't know if that happens if that ball becomes called a strike and he doesn't get walked. I don't know. Do you give that one? Do you chalk those 3 runs up to the umpire or not? Let me know down below in the comment section how you guys feel. I'm chalking that up to him. I'm not even mad at Luis Severino for here. And I'm sorry if I'm apologizing now if I'm saying his name wrong. I am getting back into baseball more and more through this series too, and I'm trying to learn how to say their names correctly. Oh my goodness, Doug Granger almost went out of the yard, but they snatched it back. I can't believe I almost got distracted from that home run. This was deep out into right field, almost in the bullpen. Look at the leap at the wall. Took the best possible route. 17.9 miles per hour for Carlson and just barely gloves that one before leaving the yard. Nick Senzel, a little liner over to first base. And that'll be the second out of the inning. Still down 3-0. Colin Moran into the game. He came in a DH here today, coming up for his first couple of at-bats in Major League experience, and he lines this one out to right field. Now we will stay in the top half, watching more of our bats. We're down 3-0. We need to put some runs on the board. Tyler Stevenson, 3-1, and he gets the call there on the four-seamer. So now we've got one out, another chance to possibly move up runner Cesar Hernandez. That'll be his second hit of the day. That'll get down into the corner, hit off the wall, though. So not enough chances to move over to third. So now we will have first and second with one out, and Mike Moustakas is coming up next. Y'all know what this man did so many times last season, but he just watches the curveball strike him out. So Jesus Aguilar will have to come up next and be the hero, but he just can't do it. 8 speed is not enough to beat that out, and they'll get out of the 6th unscathed. Skipping ahead to the top of the 8th. Time is running out. Colin Moran, liner out into right field, and he will get the inning started with a base hit. Can we get some late inning heroics to try to come back in this ballgame? We still haven't scored anything off Aaron Nola. Even though we've basically hit this man with the ball, we've hit this man with the ball more times than we've been able to touch third base, honestly, at this point. But with that back-to-back base hits, they will go ahead and pull him out of the game. They say that's enough for you. You're getting kind of tired. You haven't given up this many hits all game. Go in there, take you a rest. They get the bullpen in. So they bring in Jordan Hicks, who's played 2 games already this season, and basically faced 5 batters. Sat down 5 batters, struck out 2 of them. So this is a very good reliever to have to bring in a situation like this. First and second, no outs, and they're facing Tyler Stevenson. One of our best hitters last year has gone cold. We saw him hit 300 for most of the season. I'd say about a good 80-75% of the season. And unfortunately this year has not been his year. So hopefully we can pick up the slack here from guys like Cesar Hernandez, who is 2 for 3 on the day. A 3-0 count. I wouldn't want to pitch to him either, but they throw a cutter over the middle. Just barely missed it. Another cutter right over the middle. They're playing with fire. Mike Moustakas is in on deck circle, and that one is lined out into left field. Not enough speed there coming around third base, so it'll be bases loaded. 1 out for Jordan Hicks and Mike Moustakas. He's loving that cutter, but he's throwing it right over too much of the plate. 1-2. Another changeup right over the middle of the plate. This will be lined out, and it'll finally be the first runs of the ballgame if he can score home in time. No throw. We get our first run of the ballgame, man. 3-1. Let's turn this game around. 2 outs. Full count to Jesus Aguilar. He lines this one deep into the seats. Foul ball. Another one. Same exact location pretty much. Full count again. And, ooh, he's just keeping us on the edge of our toes. Just barely touching that 100-mile-per-hour heat. And there it is. He finally watches the cutter. Takes his time over to first base. So 2 outs, 23 pitches in already. Jordan Hicks is looking kind of tired. They go ahead and bring in Kyle Crick to try to get the final out here. 3.95 ERA, so not a bad player to come in at all. He can definitely come in and try to close this door. 2 outs. Joey Gallo is up. Gets him to swing and miss right through a 4-seamer. They're putting it eye level. They know he can't hit right now. They know he's struggling. So they're trying to give him any and everything to entice him just to strike out. 0-2 count. Swings and misses right through the 4-seam fastball there, and it will end the top of the 8th. Giovanni Gallegos is coming in. His second game of the season. He's already recorded 2 saves in both opportunities. Hasn't given up a hit yet. So this is exactly what you want if you're St. Louis. This is exactly what you don't want if you're Cincinnati. They've got 3 more chances to try to get 2 runs. Doug Ranger leading things off. You do not want the bottom of the order, but at least we've got this strong, confident rookie here. He's 0 for 3 here today. 3-0 count. Watches the 4-seamer go straight across. That's that patience that we've accumulated to him so many times. Nick Senzel, he's 0 for 3 on the day as well. 1-2. Watches the 4-seamer. He got froze on the 1-2. That was actually a pretty good pitch to hit too. So now we've got Colin Moran coming up. Runner over at first base. He's taking off Doug Granger. I told you he had 61 speed. And he's able to go ahead and get over to second base. That's what that average to above average attribute does for you. Now Colin Moran swings and gets this one out into the gap. Will the center fielder be able to get there? He gloves it. Doug Granger's going to go ahead and try to move up to third base. Throw is coming in. Not in time. He's over at third base now. 2 outs. It's not looking good. We're 1 out away from losing, but we also got a chance to get a run in. Jonathan India lines this one out to pretty much the same part of the gap, but it's slicing this time. It bounces in, gets out into the bullpen. That probably could have been a triple with India's speed, so they got lucky there. It'll just be an RBI automatic double. As we got Tyler Stevenson coming up. He's our last hope. 2 outs, facing off against Gallo. The first pitch he sees is a slider upstairs. This will go deep out into right field down the line, but it will be gloved. St. Louis is your victors here, 3-2. Great start from Luis Severino. I liked exactly what he was able to come in and do. I feel like the 3 earned runs wouldn't have happened if he had got that call, but unfortunately they did. But still a strong start from him. He went 8 innings. By the way, we did not end up taking him out. He pitched all 8 innings. He would have been taken out, obviously, if we went to the 9th, but a very strong game from him. And after that kind of game, I went and changed the lineup. I had enough. Enough was enough. Doug Granger will be the everyday outfielder now. Aquino will be sitting out. I will also move Joey Gallo permanently down from the 3 spot to the 6 spot and let Cesar Hernandez, who's been hitting over 300 so far this season, jump up into that spot. He's been performing very good. He probably could see himself at the 2 maybe pretty soon. Maybe move up Moustakas. Maybe if Gallo gets his stuff back together, put him back at the 5 and Aguilar drops down to the 6, or maybe Doug Granger does something and I can move Gallo even farther. We'll continue to adjust the lineup as I see fit, especially with us struggling. We need to find things that are going to find that spark for the offense because we're not scoring enough right now. The team last year, we would have won most of these games because we would have been putting up runs. Now, 10 runs, 12 runs, that's hard to kind of go through, but we would have been able to suffice if we had the offense from last year. Now, going into game 3, I want to get into a player lock with the man I just talked about. Batting .385 this season, Cesar Hernandez, probably been our best hitter through the first 3 series so far. I wanted to get a player lock game with him to go ahead and see just how good he could do. And obviously, I said we want to check out this whole series, so we want to get some action in from every game. So 1 out, runner over at first base. Ooh. We saw him just come off a 3-hit game yesterday to even give us a chance to try to win the game. So we want to see that trying to happen again. Is this a chopper over to second base? He will throw over to shortstop, throw back to first, not in time. That's what happens when you have speed like that. He's got 79 speed. So he's going to be out a lot of those infield hits if you're being a little bit too slow. Double plays are going to be a little bit harder with him. And maybe some more stolen bases. Here, full count, he's taking off. This will go right up the middle, and he will be taking off to third base. And we're already in good position to try to score here early. 2 outs, runners at the corners. Jesus Aguilar up 259 on the season. We just need a hit. He chops this one over to third. 8 speed is not enough. Whoa. Watching that boy move down the line is painful for my eyes. Now we go to the top of the 6th, man. 1 out. This is a little blooper out the center field, and it will get down. So we're already up 1-0. We're trying to extend the lead here, and with no outs, Mike Moustakas comes up, and he walks on 4 straight. So now we've got bases loaded, no outs, and a chance to really blow this open against Miles. He faces Jesus Aguilar up once again. This is a liner right to third base. He catches it. Cesar Hernandez was not paying attention. Throw goes back over to second, double him up, 2 outs, and we were unable to get anything there. Now with a 2-1 lead here after St. Louis scored 2 in the bottom of the 7th, we couldn't put up any more runs, and yet again losing another game with no offense. We lost the first game 1-0. We lost the second game 3-2. We lost this game 2-1. Shouldn't have happened. If we're giving up under 3 runs, I have to say that it's the batting. It's our offense's fault. We have to put up more than that, especially when we're getting 9 hits. That is the most frustrating part. If we were getting 2 hits, 3 hits, I could understand. The fact that we're getting 9 and we're not putting them together for easy runs is just frustrating. Now, Hernandez actually put together a good start there. You saw only 2 earned runs in 7 innings for him. But we get into the final game of the series. And this time I want to get into a player lock with a player that has been struggling just as much as the team has been struggling. As you can see, we're 1-8. We've given up. We've only scored 3 runs in the whole series, had a 153 batting average against St. Louis. So they've been pitching us very well, which might pose a difficult problem here, as we're going to go into a player lock game with Joey Gallo. I had him going to be like our team MVP this year. We paid him like one for sure. He's only batting 171, no home runs, no RBIs this season. Got demoted down to the 6th spot. So I want to see what he can do here. 2 outs, runner at second base. In the first pitch he sees, finally, he takes it out of the park. 2-run home run to give us a 2-0 lead, or 4-0 lead here, as we already had a 2-0 lead. And that is his first home run of the season. It was a no-doubter off Mats, man. A 4-seamer right over the belt, and this time he actually saw it. It's not the first time we've seen him see a pitch that was good to hit, laid over the plate, could have been a home run. He's been swinging through them. His plate vision is at a 35, I want to say, 35, 33. So it is very low, but his power is at like 90. So when he actually does make contact with it, oh yeah, we look into the skies. Next up, we got top of the third, runner at first, 1 out. Still up 6-0 now. This is the offense that we should have been putting up all series. If we had spread this out more over the series, we would have won all 4 games. Like, just flat out. Even these runs that we scored already, and that is off the second baseman's shoulder. Joey Gallo trying to go over to second base, decides otherwise and goes back. So now we got runners at the corners. They will award that with a base hit. So he's 2 for 2 on the day. That's helping the batting average go up a little bit. Doug Granger getting it. He's moved back in the lineup a little bit too as well, and he gets over to first base. So fielder's choice there, and the runs are able to come around to score. So we're up 7-0 in the third. Skipping to the 5th, 2 outs. We're up 8-0, and this is where you kind of see his troubles a little bit. He wants to swing at everything. He gets a little bit too happy. He gets 2 hits, and now he wants to just swing and swing and swing. Because we got 0-2 here. Finally takes the curveball off the sides. We see Jake Woodford is in the game now. 36 pitches in, so maybe he's starting to get tired. Maybe a chance to make a mistake as well, as he's starting to throw everything way out of the zone. We've got a full count for Joey Gallo. I'm thinking green light. So was he, but he swung and missed through the circle change off the edge of the plate. Probably could have took his walk there. Now, bottom of the 7th, he is a Gold Glover. You couldn't have fooled me, boy. This will get up against the wall. 91 speed is enough to kind of go around. The throw will come in over to third base. Did he get him? He got him! Are you kidding me? Nick Senzel coming in to save the day behind his teammate Joey Gallo. Throws it into the cutoff man. Look at this throw fired in. Yeah. I think that was Cesar Hernandez on the relay throw, able to go ahead and tag him and get him out. So we're up 9-1, make that 10-1 now as we go late into the 9th inning. Watching how the game plays out, we end up getting the victory here, 10-3. Finally coming away with a dub, ending our 6-game losing streak, getting win number 2 on the season. And man, it feels good. And what a coincidence. We get a win when the struggling Joey Gallo has a good game. I mean, he went 2 for 4 here, a home run, single, strikeout. He played a great game. India had a home run. Stevenson's 3rd. Senzel's 2nd. A lot of RBIs coming in this one. And Nick Lodato 7 in the 3rd. He had a great pitching performance, making it very apparent that I made the good decision to make him one of our starters. Now, we'll also go ahead and go through Toronto. This one we're just going to kind of simulate through. I want to see if maybe we can keep up the winning ways here. And we do. Game number 1, we win 6-3. That'll be a 2-game winning streak. Another good pitching performance here. Only giving up 3, scoring 6, and getting 14 hits. A 5 for 5 day from Donovan Solano, hitting number 2. And it's a weird batting order for whatever reason that I did notice. But hey, it worked. We were getting hits and actually bringing runs across. Castillo, 7 innings, 3 earned runs. I'll take that every day of the week, especially when the bullpen's going to come in and shut the door like that from Yates and Sims. We go into game 2 against Toronto. We go ahead and take that game as well. As there's more minor league injuries. We'll check on the minor leagues in a second, but we win this game as well, 6-2. Solid pitching performance, 9 hits, turned into 6 runs. Another weird batting order. Solano hitting number 2, Aguilar 3, Granger's hitting at the 4 spot. Hernandez hit 2 home runs, both of them solo shots. But as long as the random orders are going to work and get us runs, by all means, keep switching it up every day, coach. Tyler Mahaley, 7 innings, 2 earned runs, and the bullpen came and shut the door. And last but not least, we go ahead and finish it off with a 10-1 victory, giving us a 4-game winning streak, as well as scoring over 6 runs in the last 4 games. We were able to put together 13 hits here today. Another random batting order. I think Granger was hitting number 1. Mike Moustakas, 2 home runs, 6 ribbies, to accustomed to this 10-1 butt whooping that we put on him. And Severino, 8 2/3, almost had the complete game shutout. Gave up the earned run there at the end, and we gave Lugo the last out. But we were able to bounce back solidly, go on a 4-game winning streak there. Now we go from 1-8 to 5-8. looking a little bit better, not all the way better. But now we can start to look at getting back on track and maybe taking over St. Louis. It's a long season, 162 games. Got a long way to go. Now looking at AAA, they're doing great. 7-1 right now. Hunter Green is performing pretty good. Alexis Diaz getting a lot of wins. The AA team, not as good, 3-2. And Chase Petty had a terrible start once again to kind of start off the season. Hopefully that doesn't carry through the whole thing. That would kind of be another letdown to see him have 2 back-to-back years where he's kind of like just not performing. I mean, he just might need the time. He's a teenager. I think he was 19 last season, so he should be 20 this season. I mean, he just might be in a situation where he needs time to grow. Obviously, I would love to call somebody up because one of our starting pitchers ended up getting hurt, and he's going to be out for 2 to 3 months. So instead of having our relief pitcher come in and be a long reliever / starter, I'd love to call somebody up from AA if they show that they're worth it. And then also still looking, see if maybe somebody can come up to the major league roster from the AAA roster. If, these guys don't get their act together. Gutierrez is performing pretty bad to start the season. He might have to get sent down if he can't turn around. But it's only the first 2 weeks, right? We don't want to judge anything too quickly. Here's some of the hitting stats as well. See, Hernandez still hitting over 300. Moustakas is almost at 300. A couple home runs for Aguilar. Granger's hitting 303 with 2 home runs. I made a smart decision, I feel like, to put him in the starting rotation. Solano's hitting 375 in the DH spot. So I think that should be the answer there. Granger being in the outfield, Solano being the DH, and then having Amora Jr., Aquino, Mathewson, Boro, Moran, those guys coming off the bench. Now, going over to our scouting, we were able to find some pretty good people here. James Kerr, a lefty closing pitcher. He's an 80 potential, 70 overall. We've got him fully scouted, so I think that means that's pretty accurate. Then that's probably what he's going to come in at, somewhat close to that. I've been looking for more left-handed pitchers to put in our bullpen. So if I got to draft a closer and just let him come out of the bullpen, I don't do that. I normally don't like to do that, but there's not too many lefties that are actually good that are relief pitchers in this scouting class, at least from what I found so far. Most of them have been right-handed. The only person that's lefty that I found was Hunter McCrow here, and we're going to go ahead and let him be scouted. And let me know, too, if I'm making a mistake here. Should I scout more so like the position groups, or should I be trying to focus in on these players? Let me know. And then how often, too, should I come back and check on these? Like, am I supposed to be checking on these every 2 to 3 days? Like, every 2 to 3 games, I should come back and check on it, or put people in and out to make sure I'm maximizing the most out of this. Y'all leave tips and tricks down below in the comment section, and I'll definitely implement those in the next video. Next time we check out some scouting stuff, because we definitely want to keep building up this team. And I think the bullpen could use some younger arms that are going to be more consistent for years to come, rather than me trying to just keep going into free agency and filling up those spots. So with all that being said, I like the path that we're heading on as we're looking to close out the month of April in the next episode. We have bounced back with a 4-game winning streak. Let's carry that through to Pittsburgh. They're under 500 too as well. I think this is their 5-6. We're 5-8. So that'll be interesting to go through. I don't know which of these ones we'll check out. It might be Milwaukee. It might be New York. It might be Milwaukee. It might be New York. I don't know yet. We'll see what you guys want to see. Let me know that down below in the comment section. If you guys are enjoying the videos, leave a like, comment, and subscribe on your way out. It really helps the channel so much. It really helps me with the algorithm, getting this out to other fans of the game and helping me kind of get into that space. I really appreciate it and love you guys so much for everything that you guys do for the channel. And yeah, it's been your boy SGG, aka, I guess I'm general manager in this case, GM Smooth. And I'll catch you guys in the next MLB The Show rebuild. I'm out.